Very well. So we are ready to start. Nice to meet you all virtually. My name is Michele Fino, and I am the convener of the Master in Culture, Communication and Marketing. I hope you can listen to my voice with a good quality of the sound. If you want to confirm, you can switch on your microphone and telling it to me, or you can use the chat. I invite you to use the chat also to ask questions about the presentation I am going to deliver. In particular, if you go at the bottom of your page, if you are on the computer, or on the violet menu icon on your phone, you will find a chat where you can ask questions. Paul, I'm very pleased to read what you wrote, because we are very happy that Blackboard is supporting the activity of the university in this very, very hard year. And it's nice to have the help of technology, really. Thank you. So let's start with this presentation, and of course you will have the opportunity to ask during the time after the presentation, but if you want to ask some question during the presentation in order not to forget what you want to ask, please use the chat and I will be happy to read it and to answer immediately after the presentation. So the place you see in the first slide is actually the headquarters of the University of Gastronomic Science, a place where we would have been absolutely pleased to welcome you today, but we have to do it virtually for the COVID-19, and we hope in the future to have the opportunity to host you during a next open day, or eventually for your admission at the course. So we are here to talk about the Master in Food Culture, Communication and Marketing, that is one of the masters, first level masters of the university, a very important master in our university, because it has to be remembered that it's a master that has been delivered for 25 editions without any interruption since 2007. Well, the objective of this master is to prepare people that want to work into the food industry as professionals. Therefore, we are trying to develop a way of teaching and a way of sharing experiences, in particular hands-on experiences with people that want to enter the innovation of food systems, the innovation of the business in the food industry in general. And that's the reason why this master bears in the name the word marketing, because we pay a lot of attention to strategy and to everything that can help the companies working in the food industry. We provide you, if admitted, with a broad competence about the high quality food, because this is the core of any educational activity in Pollenza. And the people that have worked in this, that have attended this course, is currently working mostly in the F&B management, in the product selection and procurement, in the communication, but also in one branch of the activity of the company that have developed a lot during the last years, that is the corporate social responsibility of food industry. Let's see together a bit of key facts and then some information about this master during the pandemic. This is the 26th edition, as I already told you. We have in this class traditional academic classes, seminars with professionals, hands-on experiences, and personal research. The personal research is the work that you are asked to do in order to deliver your thesis defense at the end of the course, with an exam that is the last step in the course before getting your diploma, or in case you are an auditor, for reasons that I will be happy to explain, for your final presentation, that is the final act before getting your certificate of attendance. It's a unique occasion to meet and learn from prominent alumni as well. We have currently 3 alumni of the university, from Israel and from the US that are part of the faculty of this master program. What changes in this master delivered during the pandemic that is not expected to end completely before the start of the master that will be in March 2021? Well, actually, if nothing changes completely the situation, that could be a vaccine or a very experienced medicine that could be used in order to cope with this disease. The classes will be held face-to-face in Bra Pollenzo, the place you have seen before, and the city of Bra, that is the town close to Pollenzo. Actually, Pollenzo is a borough, depending on the town of Bra, and partly online on Blackboard, the platform we are currently used in this moment. All the classes, in any case, will be recorded because we expect that the situation is not going to change for everybody at the same time. Therefore, it may be that the classes are regularly delivered in Pollenzo, but you cannot reach Italy from your country because of limitations decided by your government. Therefore, all the classes will be recorded and uploaded on Blackboard for all the students that, for the most different reasons, cannot reach Pollenzo for attending the classes in presence. And of course, all the classes that will be delivered online will be uploaded as well. Class materials, that means books, papers, databases, and any class recorded will be uploaded on Blackboard and will stay available for the whole year. And this is a very important tool also if you attend the classes in presence, because maybe that you missed a part of the class or something was not clear at the first listening, and therefore the opportunity to listen to the class a second time in the afternoon can be appreciated in order to prepare you for the exam. Well, what's the program of this course? We have thematic modules that group the different topics. The first thematic module is high quality products, and you see in this slide a few of the names of the courses, of the classes that are delivered in this part. There are very different courses, and this is not something surprising if you have already given a look to Pollenzo and the courses that we are happy to organize in this tiny university, because we believe that exposing students to very different approaches broaden their mind and help them to reflect on the food systems in a broad way and more productive one, more creative one. In this thematic module, you find many aspects related with anthropology, sociology, but even law and sensory analysis. Therefore, hard sciences, social sciences, and human sciences mixed together. With a part that is the hands-on part that includes the activity on peculiar high-quality products like wines from very important areas, or the modules that are about natural wines, that is a very modern tendency in the world of wine. In the next slide, I've put the faces of some of the people you are going to meet or you are going to see from the colleagues, Simone Cinotto and Michele Fontefrancesco at the top. At the middle, you see Giacone and Signoroni, that are the two guys, editors-in-chief of the Italian Guide to Craft Beer. At the bottom, you see on the left Maurizio Gili, that is a consultant and agronomist for many companies in Italy and in the New World. And on the right, you see Armando Castagno and Bernard O'Connor. Armando is a pundit of wine in this country. And on the other, in the small slide, in the small picture, you see Bernard O'Connor, that is a very important attorney from Dublin, expert in GIs, in geographical indications. That is a topic we pay a lot of attention to. And me in particular, because I am a lawyer, like there is a question by Peter about the fact that Bottura is not included in this topic. Actually, Bottura is not in this master, Peter. Maybe that you missed the right class. You should be in the class of the MAG, Master of Applied Gastronomy. Please take a look at the program, and if you can join the class, if you're interested in great cooks that are invited to participate that program in particular. Going on, second module, we have the module of marketing. And here you find all the classes that are normally taught in a marketing course at the university, from the basic marketing to strategy, to trade marketing, of course, and case of marketing applied to the food sector, from the cured meat to the cheese, to the case studies like Mielitun and Gusto Divino, that are companies, small companies that have delivered that have developed the business with large success in the country. And again, some of the faces you are going to meet. Mirko Marconi is an expert of cured meat and a consultant for many companies. He comes from Emilia. At the top, on the left, at the top in the middle, you see the eyes of Andrea Paternosta, that is the better-known beekeeper in Italy. When at the bottom, you see Maria Giovanna Onorati, colleague in the university. She teaches sociology of culture. In the middle, you see Roberta Sassatelli and Carmine Garcia, that teach respectively sociology of consumption and strategy. And on the right, at the bottom, you see Katria Premazzi. Katria teaches marketing and trade marketing. She's a member of the faculty at the SDA in Bocconi and teaches the classes of marketing at Pollenzo. Next module is communication and sustainability. Here we have the courses that have to do with communication, with the different media and social networks, and therefore you find the topics that are related with everything that has to do with communicating the quality and the sustainability of food. And once again, a few of the faces you are going to meet, and this is the most diverse module, and also one of those with more hours. You see at the top, starting at the top on the left, see Colin Sage from Cork University, Ireland. In the middle, Julia Tarbut, probably the most expert woman in the world about cheese, from New Zealand. At the right, you see Jeremy Parson from Houston, Texas. At the bottom line, from the left, Douglas Gayton. We talk about him a bit later. Fulvio Marcello Zendrini, who is a consultant, a very important communication consultant in Italy. Lydia Aitoy from the Los Angeles Times, and Corby Kammer from The Atlantic in the US. So important papers. Eric, I will be happy to answer just at the end of the presentation. Thank you. Thank you. But in general, from your question, I'm happy to say that you should focus on the MAG, Master of Applied Gastronomy. Thank you very much. Well, going on with the next, the communication section includes a very important on-field project with Douglas Gayton, the guy I told you that I would have spent some words about. Well, representing sustainability, communicating sustainability is a very important task for people with the preparation that depends on this master. Douglas has developed a new language that melts photography and words, and has invented the lexicon of sustainability. You can Google it and find amazing pictures and artwork that has been started by this art director that lives currently in Sonoma Valley, California. But the next project is started, and the one we will be happy to involve you is Rediscovered, a project about those foods that have been forgotten, but can reveal a great potential to cope with the problems of feeding the planet in the next years. So being involved in the project means that you will draw a line for an on-field activity with Douglas Gayton. You will collect data and pictures, and at the end, you will be involved in organizing this communication according to to uh, the to the language of the lexicon of sustainability under the particular scheme called Rediscovered. So going on, this is a slide that represents the home page of the site devoted to Rediscovered. If you are interested, give it a look. It's an amazing initiative funded by Google and other big companies that are very interested in supporting the effort of rediscovering food. Then we go to the fourth part that is not the less important in this course and is peculiar to any course in Pollenzo. That are the study trips. The study trips in 2021 will be 3 as the usual, and they are planned to be in Italy at the moment. The reason is that we cannot seriously think of being free to visit every country in the world. During the last 15 years, we have organized trips in 70 countries in the world, but it is very hard that next year all the airlines and all the countries will be available for organizing a trip. And therefore, we plan in Italy because we have more information about the opportunities. And of course, if possible, we will be absolutely happy to organize one of the trips in Europe, outside Italy, in order to broaden the visits and the study trips of this master. What does mean a study trip according to the Pollenzo standard? Well, we are talking about an activity that takes 20, 25 days, more or less, each master, and includes visits, talks, interviews, experiences, tastings. So we talk about more or less 200 hours that are not in a physical class in Pollenzo, but are taught in a different place in the country. The study trip is a unique, peculiar feature of Pollenzo, and it's unique because it establishes a very steady relation between what you study in the class and what you can apply outside the classes. Well, what you are asked to do in order to apply what you have learned during the class into your professional life starts still when you are in Pollenzo, because the last months of the course are devoted to the internship. And the internship is something you are going to shape and organize together with the Career Center in Pollenzo that will help you finding the place you think it's the best for you in order to organize your internship, and will assist you in any bureaucratic burden that is required for this activity. Peter Shaden, I will let you know the answer to your question just at the end of the presentation, as I told in advance. Thank you for asking, and thank you for staying until the end of the presentation. The Career Center approach involves 3 meetings you will have during the time you spend in Bra Pollenzo, and these meetings will help the office and you to perfectly define where you want to go on the internship and what you expect from the internship in order to have the best opportunities and in order to profit at the best from the experience. At the end of the course, after 1 year, you'll be gastronomes. What does mean gastronomes? Well, a gastronome is an expert of food considered in a very broad perspective. We like to say 360-degree expert, going from small-scale production to industrial production, going from the aspects related with the human sciences to the aspects related to the social and the hard sciences, with a peculiar aptitude to work with communication and to the innovation of the food sector, starting from a company that can be a startup you decide to launch, or in a company, small or big. It is not decided yet, but it would be happy. It would be nice to see where you think you can focus after the end of the course in order to develop your personal entrepreneurship and to contribute to the success of a company. At the end, some general information. The next edition will start on March 2021. The applications can be submitted to the university up to the early December 2020. It means that there is a unique session to evaluate all the admissions that are submitted with a dossier. You put inside all the certificates, the recommendation letters, everything you think can help in evaluating you, and of course all the documents that are required if you want to study and you come from abroad. In a week, that means before Christmas, you'll know if you are admitted, or better, what is your position in the ranking list that we publish after the period of the applications. Last year, this master had more than 80 applicants for 25 places. The places at 25 can exceptionally be enlarged to 29 in order to satisfy a bit more of the demand. The fee is 16,500 euros, and it includes, of course, also the study trips and the books and any other material or any other thing you are going to taste during the classes, from wines to cured meat and everything else. It includes also all the cost, the bureaucratic burdens, all the certificates, the stamps, and the insurance that are required to study in a university. That's it. That's all in a very short speech. Now I answer the questions that have already been written, and then I'm happy to answer to any other question. Well, Shadan asks, which master do you recommend to students who want to work as a food judge? Actually, we have no master for this kind of goal, Shadan, because actually it is not exactly an approach that we have deepened as a professional approach. Therefore, we have not developed a master for food judges. Peter, in the event that international trips are unavailable, will there be an adjustment in the university fee? Well, you mean the international trips that do not allow you to participate the master? That is, of course, if there are public laws that impede you to reach Colenso, first of all, you have the opportunity not to attend the master, and this is actually what I would recommend, but not because we don't like to have people attending classes online. We deliver everyday classes online, and we've been doing for the last 6 months. But a master with a large part of hands-on experience takes the possibility of taking part in it. Therefore, it would be absolutely recommendable that you can reach Italy in order to attend the master. And Shaden, and how can I know how to match the master to the job I want? Well, this is exactly, Shaden, what you are going to do with the continuous activity of talks and interviews you have with the Career Center. Because let me be very clear about that. Most of the students arrive with a professional idea that they can reshape after a few classes or after meeting some experts or sectors of the food production. And therefore, it's exactly something that is going to be fine-tuned during the course. Peter writes, no, sorry, I mean, if we attend the masters in person, but the study trips are cancelled, which form part of our fee. Will this affect the fee for the master program? Yes. Yes, this year it has happened this way. There will be a reduction of the fee depending on the fact that the study trips cannot be done. Yeah, thank you for clarifying, Peter. I did not understand correctly what you asked. Thank you so much. Well, Any other question, guys? Please switch your microphone on. Scholarship opportunities, Sharima. The scholarship opportunities are, in this master, there is one scholarship for students with an income that falls below a certain threshold. You can ask the student's office. You find on the homepage of the university, Secretaria Student's Office, the current limits for your country in order to apply to the scholarship. For the students that come from the U.S. or from the students from the European Union, it is also possible to ask for a loan from Italian banks guaranteed by the university. That is not a scholarship, of course, but is an opportunity to finance the course if you want to invest on it. There is another question from Peter. Also, I'd like to ask, the program focuses on the development of content knowledge, which is great. Are there specific art skills that you think graduates will come out with? Well, art skills, I don't know if I can define it a hard skill, but I would say that our graduates come out with a very creative mind, with the capacity that is really appreciated in the companies to reflect on focus at 360 degree. That means they can help the innovation in the companies with an approach that is never the classic approach. It's never the classic approach of the marketing expert that has a limited number of arrows for his bow. Our students are appreciated because they seem to think more lateral. That's what I think it's important. Shaden, I mean, there are some people are working now as food judges after I've learned in Pollenzo what master can be as good background for that. Yes, but I think that to be a food judge takes an expertise more than a peculiar preparation, and this should be something to pair with a master. I think that many masters in Pollenzo, this one or one of the master of gastronomy, can provide you with a good cultural basis, but then to become food judges takes that you develop, that you spend a lot of time and a lot of efforts in acquiring an expertise. Paul, is this master program recognized among international organizations and businesses? Can you build on with an PhD on the base of this master program? No, Paul. There is no link between this master and a PhD program, and to attend a PhD in Europe, it takes that you have a university biennial master. That means a master with an amount of ECTS that is superior to this to the ECTS of this master. Okay, Linda, when do the Fall September program start in 2021? There is no Fall September program. There is only one start every year, and is in March 2021. Charles Wolinski. Okay, Charles is the guy you can ask about information to register and to submit your application. Is absolutely a great guy with a very good language knowledge, not like mine. Therefore, trust Charles Wolinski. Please, Charles, insert your email address in the chat so that people can send you an email. And thank you for the relevant information about the average age of the people attending the master. Natalia, can you please explain about accommodation in Bra? Does the university have any agreement to facilitate the search for a lodge? We help people searching for a lodge, but we don't have any facility depending on the university. But let me say that Bra is a small town where the flats are absolutely not expensive, and not expensive means that they cost 1/3 less than Turin and Milan, maybe one half less than the price of the equivalent lodge in Milan for the time of the course you are going to attend. Linda, how does the internship component fit into this program? 4 months. We expect it to last up to 4 months, but between 2 and 3 months is enough. So in the time that goes from Christmas to the graduation in March is the period you are going to spend for the internship. LA, is the 16,500 fee per year or comprehensive for the 2-year program? This is not a 2-year program. I'm sorry for this mistake. This is a 1-year program. Starts in March 2021, ends in March 2022. It's a first-level master with 90 ECTS. The 2-year program is the Laurea Magistrale in Food Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and that's a biennial master with 120 ECTS. Francesco Ravizza, what do you think is the best master if you want to be involved with new techniques of food production? And of course, manage a compared focus on production of high quality food. Francesco, I would definitely say MAG, Master of Applied Gastronomy. Agostina, is this a second-level master? No, it's a first-level master. You can attend with a bachelor. Charles has shared his address. Mr. Hoffner, would you mind giving us some examples of path thesis work? What are the common subjects that students research and write about? Most of the people write about their internship. Therefore, if they spend the internship in a temple in Japan, cooking traditional dinners according to Japanese traditional recipes, they do the thesis about that. And this is the case of a Filipino student that a few years ago graduated in this master and now has his own restaurant in New York called Chismis. Other refer to researches for new products, new way for delivering or communicating products, and new way of consumption of food. And we have had theses about canteen, new models of canteens. We have had masters students that have focused on a peculiar food of their own country. Therefore, the variety of the theses is really ample. Okay, just a moment, Natalia. What is considered in your application? Is there any prerequisite? No, there are no prerequisites. So submit whatever you think is helpful to evaluate your demand and your motivation. Linda, all the different master programs are identical? No. All the masters start in a different time of the year. So check it out on the list that will be released soon, and on the information on the site of the university. Peter, will there be an additional opportunity for learning? For example, I wanted to study extra. Yes, Peter, you can attend special courses into other courses at Pollenzo, just asking for this opportunity to the convener of the different masters, and you will be granted this opportunity. Shadan, I'm a biotechnology and food engineer. I thought to continue and have master in UNISIC, but did not know what master to choose. What is our general advice for a food engineer? Shadan, it depends on what you want to do in your next life. You want to work promoting high quality food? This is the master. You want to become a cook, knowing the best techniques at the moment? Then the MAG is the best one. Do you want to become a teacher or to work into the education about food? Then one master of gastronomy could be the right one for you. So therefore, it depends on what you want to become at the moment, more than on what you have been prepared in the past. Natalia, can we do internship in other countries? Any agreement with French enterprise, for example? Yes, absolutely, Natalia. We have master students that go on internship everywhere in the world, and we are happy to organize internship abroad. In France, we have already strategic partners operating, like the Bridor Group, that is one of the biggest groups producing viennoiserie
in Europe. Filippo, could you please provide some example of how corporate social responsibility applied and integrated to the role of gastronomy? Well, sustainability in the field of food is no more an optional, Filippo. To be attentive to the social impact of food, starting from the people that work for producing it. Think about the people that work in the countryside for €2 per hour. Or think about the problems related with plastic consumption and pollution. Or again, think about the problems that we are going to face because after this pandemic, everybody is returning to mono-use plastic, and we are going to produce an enormous amount of garbage. We will not be able to recycle, and we prepare really landfills like never in the past. So there are many aspects of the corporate social responsibility that will be crucial for developing the business during the next years. Natalia, is it possible to work in the university or somewhere else while studying? Yes, many students do that, in particular because we are very close to the Langhe region, and many students spend weekend, Saturday and Sundays working in cellars, restaurants, or places where wine is sold in order to get some pocket money and sometimes also to maintain themselves at the studies. Yes, it's possible. So, thank you, everybody. I know that many of you have applied for a second presentation. I'm really happy for all the questions you have asked. Please, let me inform you that you can find this presentation at this link on Blackboard very simply, and you can use it, you can listen to it again, and you can read the chat in order to see the questions that have been asked. So please profit of Blackboard, that is our platform, and we are very happy of this. Francesco, we don't know yet if the Tavole Accademiche will be functioning next year. It's not possible to say it yet because we don't know if the social distancing will allow it to use it. Thank you very much, everybody, for your questions and for your participation. It has been an amazing occasion. See you in Pollenzo, hopefully. And please use my email. I share it with you as well, as Charles has already done, in order to allow you to write me an email if you need some further information, and eventually I can help you with some further information or suggestion. Thank you so much. Sì, ho finito.